Hello everyone, SeKo Coffee Craft here, having some more Team Story Cup replays. We have MVP Dream versus, this is Miya. Maya. I like Miya better, I think it sounds better. Up here in the top left as the Zerg player. Speed it up a little bit at the beginning like I usually do, because we're just hanging out, we're just chilling together, having a little bit of fun. Action player is Maya. Thank you for letting me know. And they're playing on one of my new favorite maps. I enjoy this one so much. And I think that's just because I've been doing better at it lately. Seeing another really fast scout from the Zerg player. Looks like he might go for a pressure. But you'll see that most Terran players, what they do if they see a probe or a drone come in is they pull one of their workers immediately to go put pressure on it. If it's a Protoss, I follow that probe around just about everywhere, just to be able to make sure that he's not scouting and then going for a proxy. Because if you're not really super committed on your proxy and you want to see what your opponent's doing, you'll generally scout with that unit and then go and build the proxy. So I try to follow it around to make sure. We have a hatch first. We have the spawning pool. I always find it interesting to see where pro players put their spawning pool. Depending on which race, sometimes you want to put it in a position where you can stop it from being scouted early, or where it blocks the ability for units to get and maneuver around your minerals. But in the case of playing against a Terran, sometimes you want to make your base as open as possible, so if drops happen, you can get back there. And if your tech is over into the middle, it's much more difficult for your tech to be sniped by drops to come out. Looks like we're going to have a 1 Rax expand. He is getting out a Reaper. One Reaper's already out there. Don't think he's going to be able to get much damage done. You can see that the Zerg player has kept all of his drones in his main for the time being. Likely for this exact reason. If you have 1 or 2 drones down here, you're likely going to end up losing 1 or 2 of them to a Reaper. Pew, boop, pew, boop, ping. Lots of lings out right now. I suppose, well, you know, Miya's pretty good, so I'm going to give him the benefit that this is obviously because he wants to make sure that he can expand safely. You really need to get those queens out, but the problem is Reapers, if microed well enough, will take out a queen. Going to take down those rocks to make it easier on himself. Behind this, we're going to move right into hellions from the looks of things. I'd like to start seeing some more creativity out of, well, early third command set is pretty nifty. I'd like to see a little bit more creativity out of Terran players on the early on. I think this is such a predictable opening at this point. It's so safe, it works so well, that if you believe you're a better player than the other person, that if you guys are playing a standard game, you will win. You know, I can appreciate when people have the belief in themselves to do that. But eventually you just get known as that person who plays standard. For instance, I love watching somebody like Flash. Flash loves going for the fast third command center in these games, which means that he's just going to be a macro machine. You give him the time, and he will own you. So that means a lot of players will generally go for some sort of early pressure, because if you just stand toe-to-toe macroing with somebody like Flash, well, it's pretty difficult. Zerg player is expanding and taking the watchtowers. So what I would like to see some Terran players do is get known for throwing in some funky things once in a while. I mean, I barely see the 2 racks with the 1 proxy racks bunker placement anymore. We don't really see Banshees used almost at all in this matchup at all. You don't need the evolution chamber to get spores, which is probably why that's the case. Investing in a Banshee and Cloak is ridiculously expensive at this point. So I've seen a huge decline in the use of Banshees. The Hellion push with all of these Reapers very strong in the early game because it's mostly lings. Good movement by Dream here to really keep all of his units alive. He hasn't lost a single thing yet, and he killed off most of those Zerglings. So I think that actually turned out really, really well. He should move over towards the third just to see if that is indeed happening, and there he goes. He's not going to be able to deny it. Get the creep tumor. Yeah. He won't be able to deny it, but he should be able to stop it from being useful for a little bit here. These queens, should be able to drive back the action, but I think that he probably could have taken these queens. Miya is pretty badly supply blocked at the moment, so he's got to stop for a second. Ooh, he's trying to pick off a mine. It looks like he will get it at the cost of a few lings. Ooh, that one almost got down in time. Just going for the chase right now to try and control those lings. I believe we saw some widow mines flying around the other side of the map at this same point. Did it get into there? That would have been a nice pickup. He chased them all the way back to the creep. I'm surprised he's not stopping and scanning. Stop and scan. Stop and scan. The new remix. He does have the widow mines in place. What he's going to try to do is pressure with the units and draw them back into the widow mines. Got a couple of drones. That's good. Let's see what the plan is after this for Dream. Going into mass barracks production with widow mines. Very standard for what we've seen even when we were watching the game with Ryung before this. The difference is, I think that Dream has really good map control with his units. The Zerg player's not been able to really move out and do anything. It'd be nice to mix a few Marines into the composition he's doing now just to pick off the Overlords. That Overlord's trying to go to a safe place. That Overlord got one shot off, and so he's going to fall back now so he doesn't get surrounded. We don't see any vision out yet for the Zerg player. I mean, he's just getting up to his lair tech now, which seems quite delayed. I mean, if we look at the units tab, he's got 70 drones, so he should be fine on his actual economy now. So we're going to see him really kick into unit production now. Once again, not quite able to get the surround. Looks like he gets one Hellion. These Hellions are pretty beat up. I would expect him to run home here soon and maybe get those repaired. They're just not as effective at this stage. Good supply opening right now for Miya. Dream just had to emergency put down a whole pile of supply depots so that way he could get out of supply block. You can see him really trying to get up in advance now. He's got as much economy as he's probably really going to need. So he's going to pump out tons and tons of units now. Third base is down. Is there another command center on the way? Not yet. I think that he should probably consider that soon. Fourth base for Miya. Moving into Spire Tech. Banelink speed will be done here soon as well. These Zerglings look like they're going to try to go around, maybe see if the third... Well, he's got creep pooping down here. He knows that that's not where the third is. Gets the creep tumors on this side. Probably going to wait for his Banelink speed to finish before he really wants to push into this. Uh-oh. Surroundy poos. Oh, God. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the reason why that really big push from Dream got pushed back is because that Widow Mine killed a lot of his own stuff. I think Miya has had a lot of practice against Widow Mines, and he's learned how to drag them back into the Terran player. There's still a huge supply lead right now for Dream. He hasn't gone for any drops yet. Once again, it's nice to vary up your play a little bit. If you throw in a drop or two, what you're going to be able to accomplish is making the Zerg, you know, overreact on defenses. Like this side is completely undefended. If he managed to drop back there, he'd be fine. Now that the Mutalisks are out though, drop play is pretty much just going to be shut down. This base is getting saturated up pretty good. So that's going to be a good fourth. He still hasn't come down here to clear out his natural fourth base, or his natural third. Blammo! Queen's still alive though. Uh-oh. Okay, good. Really wants to get that creep moving there. He's got lots of queens to be able to do that. Once again, there is a good supply lead by Dream, but this isn't a really huge army. It's just an agile army. You'll notice what the Zerg players are trying to do now is run by little groups of Zerglings into the mix of the Terran army to pull the Widow Mine hits back into to the rest of the units. Let's see right now, he's really on top of them. The Widow Mines didn't trigger though. Ooh. That's a good hit. A lot of workers going down at that point. He's not gonna get there in time. Pick up. Smart move. I don't know where the mutalisks are in this. There they are. Oh, he didn't get the Widow Mine before it went down. We'll see if that comes back to bite him in the ass. This is good pressure out of Dream. Just keeps reinforcing along the same line. It looks like the Zerg player now just wants to try to break those reinforcements. Ling's just kind of picking away at stuff. Queen's trying to snipe medevacs, which is smart. You really, if you can, try to control those medevac numbers. Reinforcements have been getting cut off pretty well. I think that Dream's going to have to coordinate his rally a bit better and maybe think about going for some drops. I'm surprised these drops are just getting by. The mutalisks are really out of position to deal with that. This base did go... Ooh, swarm hosts. How did I miss that? Well, let's see if a swarm host gets killed in one hit. Guess not. That drop got taken care of without too much damage. So Dream was in a pretty good position. I don't think he's in as good of a position right now. He's really not even come down here to take out that... I do like the missile turrets, but he hasn't really been able to come down and take out that Overlord, so it'll be a while before this base pays off. Lots of medevacs here that aren't with any type of army. Looks like the Zerg player is just trying to go around and clean up all of the mines. It looks like he's taking a few hits, though, from the mines. His mutas are in pretty rough shape right now. See, Widow Mines do tons of damage and friendly fire, except to other mines. For whatever reason. I don't know if that doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense to me. Starting to rally up more along the same side. He really wants to control this area of the map to be able to push in. Does he know about this other base, though? He doesn't know about this base. And that's really, really unfortunate for him. Locusts are going to be really tough for him to deal with. Widow Mines are not effective at dealing with locusts. He's just going to shoot one of their free units. Oh, that army gets cleaned up there. Dream did manage to max out behind this. But I don't think that he's going to be able to continue pushing really effectively to that top side. There does need to be an overseer or something over here as well. Looks like there's going to be a good run by... Whoa. Pretty good hit there from the Widow Mine. Only got 5 kills. But it looks like the Terran player now knows which direction to push in. Oh, he got pulled back because of these Zergling run-bys. Don't bury. Those Banelings go down without a problem. Those Widow Mines should pick up soon. Looks like he's still trying to pressure up here on the north. Where are all the Swarm Hosts right now, though? Did get that creep, which is good. Swarm Hosts in a very defensive position right now. These Locusts have 2-1 upgrades. He spends so much time upgrading all of his ground army, his lings and so forth, that now he knows about this base. Better drop. Burrow. He did manage to get his army down in time. He gets the burrow off on all the mines. Let's see how well... See, just a handful of lings running into the middle first. All those Widow Mine hits didn't really account for anything because of that. This army is getting cleaned up. Nothing but medevacs. They're going to have to pull back. Dream has been taking some big hits here. His bio is... It should be 3-3. Where's some bio for me to check? Oh, just medevacs. 2-2. 3-3 isn't even started yet. Which is a little shocking at this stage of the game from Dream. Locust, once again, in a defensive position. He should be able to, if he gets these down, defend this base. Yeah, he should be able to keep this base safe. Oh no, the Widow Mine's trigger. Yeah, he has to pull back now. He's not going to be able to get much done on this side. This is a pretty big slugfest, though. The Terran's in good position because it does have the 4 bases up. The Zerg is just trying to get back on its 4th. I don't know why Dream sits here and tries to tangle with the Locusts. They're just not... It's just not going to work out. He's trying to clear out as much creep as possible. to be able to make his advances more effective. Looks like there was some sort of drop, maybe a Widow Mine drop in the back. Let's look at what the kills are for workers. Still not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. That really hasn't been that many worker kills at this stage of the game. This base, is it gonna get, oh, he's gonna get it too. The Marauders, man, they just be tanky. Yeah, fuck those rocks, man. Always getting up in my business. Oh, that needs more sugar. Sweet enough already, though. Infestor tech, good against the Bio Ball. And it's also really nice if you can grab Widow Mines before they burrow. Did I even say that with English? It doesn't seem that way. Locusts are going to come in and probably be able to deal with this just fine. Bio, it's so hard to get up on top of the... Is he going to try to do it, though? No, he's not. Trying to sneak in a mine or two. That's funny. Lots of mines down here. He's got his mine to hell. Overseer took a shot. He's going to have to fall back. Oh, excuse me. This base is interesting in how it can have so many late game plays on it, but it's all low econ. Moving into this base, it's so difficult. You'll run into so many really great low econ style battles. I mean, the supplies are pretty even. These locusts and from the swarm hosts were a great choice from Miya here. Oh, they better come out soon. Gonna get the surround on this. There aren't any mines in this part of the army, so yeah, he's gonna have to pick up. Is he gonna go right behind? Oh man. Infestors, you gotta be able to grab those. If he had grabbed those... Oh shoot. That's so rough. Oh my god. That was it. That was Miya's mistake right there. He had the Infestors, and he wasn't paying attention to his army. Looks like there was a drop behind there that really caught him off guard, and that's it. Not going to be a negative Nancy, but that was his opportunity there, and it's going to cost him too much to try to make that back. He's got a bank in minerals and a little bit in gas, but I don't think that this base still hasn't been able to go up. Losing all those swarm hosts for free, man, that's going to be really tough. Trying to move into Ultralisks now. That's not a bad choice with the fungals to be able to lock down the army. But I don't know if he's going to be able to hold back the push until then. There is only 5 Marines in this, so if he did use his Mutalisks, he might be able to take it out at the same time. Looks like he's going to push for another cancel up on this side. Zerg player, oh boy, this is going to suck. Well, he does get most of them before they go down. That turned out kind of okay, but the supply advantage for Dream right now is massive. This base is as good as done. He's probably not even going to get the cancel off. Oh, he does. He'll save that 300 minerals, which he needs. Once this Ultralisk den pops, what is he going to be able to make? Like 3? The 3-3 for the Terran is, that's done now, which is good. Took a while. Gonna try and throw down that base again. Out of all this, I mean, Dream has done a pretty good job of being able to try to keep his units alive where he can. Oh no. That's going down. Yeah, it's gone. To see that Dream. Oh no, the mutas. Oh man. Miya's kind of falling apart right now. Just too much aggression across different areas from Dream. Great game out of Dream. Very patient game, but I think that Miya had some mistakes. If those Swarmos were still alive, he'd be in a better spot. I think that... And even had the Infestors there to back it up. So I'm a little disappointed in that position. Great game out of Dream, though. Can't take anything away from him. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Be sure to check out my channel, SeKo Starcraft, if you want to see any more great pro replays.